US President-elect Donald Trump has again shed doubt on allegations of Russian hacking during the 2016 election campaign. He took to Twitter on Wednesday, quoting WikiLeaks founder Julian Assange, saying the media is dishonest and that a teenager could have done the hacking. Trump will meet with US intelligence officials about the allegations on Friday. Obama's administration has repeatedly backed claims of Russian interference in the election.
A statement that was issued by the intelligence community in October of 2016, before the election, making clear that Russia was interfering in our election, represented the consensus view of 17 different intelligence agencies. That's not usually the way intelligence works.
US President Barack Obama has called on his party to preserve his signature health care reform known as Obamacare. The president's been meeting with Democratic lawmakers on Capitol Hill as the party tries to stop the Republicans from repealing the law. Supporters say it expands coverage, but opponents say it raises the cost of health care. Vice President-elect Mike Pence says Republicans will fight the law.
What's clear here is the American people have spoken. They want to see us repeal and replace Obamacare. And today, my message to members of Congress is that we are going to be in the promise-keeping business. And the first order of business is to keep our promise to repeal Obamacare and replace it with the kind of health care reform that'll lower the cost of health insurance without growing the size of government.
Well, Dina Demetrius has the latest on all of this from Los Angeles and joins us now. So Donald Trump then, he's at odds, isn't he, with many Republicans over the accusations of Russian hacking in the election last year. How is all this likely to play out, both for the president-elect and for the Republicans?
Well, it's true. In direct opposition, actually, to a lot of high-ranking Republicans, President-elect Trump continues to remain skeptical about Russian cyber attacks, Russian hacking. But the U.S. intelligence agencies are hoping to change that this Friday when they meet with him in New York in Trump Tower. And they will present him with all of the reports, all of the details of that hacking information that they believe did come from Russia. Now, the meeting is going to include the heads of 4 different U.S. intelligence agencies, the FBI, the CIA, the NSA, and the DNI, which is the Director of National Intelligence. And this meeting really underscores the importance that these agencies see in these Russian cyber attacks, or what they feel are Russian cyber attacks, and also the rare unity that they're displaying among the 17 different intelligence agencies that they've shown in the aftermath of these leaked Democratic emails and other information that has come from hacked sources. Now, what is reported is that James Clapper, who is head of the DNI, the Director of National Intelligence, will be heading up this meeting. And that's interesting because tonight CBS News is reporting that the Trump transition team is suggesting that they will potentially eliminate or downgrade the DNI position. And that office, just to give you a little background, that office was instituted after 9/11 when it was seen that many intelligence agencies were operating under silos. The DNI is sort of like a clearinghouse that provides an area where the different national intelligence agencies can come together and share information more effectively. So if that does actually come to pass in the Trump administration, it's likely to cause a tremendous amount of concern and nervousness among the intelligence community. And it may very well widen the gap between the new president and his intelligence officials. Other Republicans may not be aboard with that as well.
Okay, Dina, another item on the agenda for the incoming president is, of course, Obamacare. We heard from Vice President-elect Mike Pence there saying that Americans voted for change. How divisive is this issue going to be?
Well, the issue is divisive among the two parties. Democrats are unified behind the health care law. Republicans are unified behind repealing it. The American public in recent polls have shown that they are divided as well. There are some polls that are showing 30% want to expand the law, actually, 26% want to repeal it, and the remainder want to have tweaks to it, want to have some sort of changes to it to varying degrees. But each party is saying that they have the American public directly behind them, and certainly the Republicans in leading Congress and in having a Republican in the White House are suggesting that that is, and there was a mandate from the American people. Now, the health care law is now officially in the hands of the Republican Congress, and they're saying that they want to repeal it immediately and expect to have legislation on Trump's desk sometime next month. So that's very quick. Now, what that means for Americans, the 20 million Americans who are covered under the law, is incredibly unclear at this point. Republicans have had roughly 6 years to unify behind something else to replace it and have not come up with another replacement. They say they have, but it has not been made public. So what that transition will mean if the law is actually repealed, and it looks likely to happen, is unclear for these Americans. Will their premiums go up? Will they have any coverage at all? Will their coverage be downgraded? It's really unclear, although Republicans are now saying that there will be some sort of a transition period that could take a couple of years between the actual repeal and the replacement.
Okay, Dina, thank you.